What's up, guys? Small Fan 101 here, and this is my WCPW review for last week. It was a good episode last week, good show. Last night was also, yesterday was also a good show, but last week was a pretty good show. So let me just get to it right away. And we started the show before a backstage segment with Prospect beating the complete shit out of Rampage Brown, and Adam Blumpia watching the whole thing and mocking Rampage while after the fight was over. He basically said, like, look, he wants Rampage gone. Like in the beginning he thought Rampage was a good partner, and then he saw Big Damo. He's like, I want him to be my partner instead. So instead he chose Big Damo. And Rampage, yeah. He just wants Rampage gone from WCPW. Joe Coffey beat Prince Amin in the opener match. It was a decent match. There was a nice little moment where Gabriel Kidd got some level of revenge when Gabriel Kidd was supposed. I guess he and Amin was supposed to walk. This is not the first match Amin has had with Joe Coffey. Last time they had a match, Prince and commentary pointed it out. Prince Amin was going to walk out. So instead, he saw Gabriel Kidd. He's like, you know what? You and I should fight Joe Coffey together. And they ran up to the ring. Kidd pretended to get into the ring, but he stopped just short of it. Amin got into the ring, and once he saw that Gabriel Kidd had outsmarted him, Joe Coffey beat the shit out of Amin, hit him with the discus lariat, and pinned him. That's his finishing move, is the discus lariat, which looks brutal, by the way. After that, we had Drew Galloway and Joseph Connors backstage. Drew Galloway's like, hey, look, you're doing good, but they basically trying to set up a match yesterday, between Galloway and Joseph Connors for the WCPW title. And at the very end, mocked Joseph Connors for having, and I quote, no fucking balls. I love Drew Galloway. When he got up to walk away, Joseph Connors beat the shit out of him, first with the title belt, and just proceeded to kick his ass, and basically accepted the challenge. Martin Kirby was up next. He beat Pete Dunne in what was actually a pretty good match, I have to say. This was a fun match. Anybody who doesn't think so, go fuck themselves, because this was the best match of the night. A very, very good match. Martin Kirby is really, really good, if not great. And Pete Dunne actually impressed a little bit here too. Pete Dunne was very good here, although there was way too much of the biting stuff, and they made a little big comedy bit out of it. That's the only part I found annoying, was the comedy part. Got old after a while. But anyways, this was still a very good match. Martin Kirby won with after Pete Dunne kicked him in the balls behind the referee's back, and then when he was arguing with the referee, Kirby somehow had enough strength to low blow him Ric Flair style, and then roll him up for the pinfall. That was awesome. And I'll get to the middle stuff right here, because so we just saw Jack the Jobber and Primate on the streets. Apparently Primate and Jack was still chasing Jack the Jobber. That was actually pretty funny, I have to admit. It's like, was he chasing him for like 2 to 3 weeks now? Like, what the hell? Like, I feel bad for Jack. Speaking of Prospect, we finally saw Alex Gracie again, because he's been gone for a little while. He came back wearing a suit on the outside, and and James R. Kennedy, they said was already inside. But when they went to go inside, the security guard went up to them and said, "Look, to Drake, Lucas Archer, and Alex Gracie, all of you are suspended." And Gracie even talked about how he had a nice suit, and security guard doesn't give a fuck. So He locked their asses outside. That was funny. So if there's anything WCPW, or if there's anything what culture can do right, it's comedy. They can do comedy, at least the skits, right. They don't do in-ring comedy right, but they can do the skits just right. Well, yeah, there was that. We saw Joe Hendry backstage. He was hyping up his match with Kurt Angle at Refuse to Lose, which is, at least from what I hear, it's happening this Thursday. Although, if I had to guess, the event is happening Thursday. When it will air is a different story, because they said the same thing about WCPW Stacked. And I was like, what the hell happened to Stacked? And all of a sudden it's here it is, live streaming on WCPW. Like, what the hell? So, okay, so here's what happened before and after the Jack the Jobber, Henry prospect stuff. This is what happened before and afterwards. So Martin Kirby talked to the mic, who's actually pretty decent on the mic, and said that he wanted something. He wanted something at Refuse to Lose, and specifically because of his role. The role isn't going on. He wants a title match at. He wants a title match at Refuse to Lose against Joseph Connors, which is interesting because Joseph Connors doesn't have an opponent at Refuse to Lose. So, with that said, what happened is he wanted a match. Adam Pacitti never came out. Okay, here's the thing. Martin Kirby is a babyface. We kind of know that already. Especially after that match with Will Ospreay, he's been slowly turning babyface. I think it was pretty much cemented on this night. The people are chanting for him. For once, I'm on the side of there's Dave Bradshaw. Who's the other guy? The commentator that annoys the shit out of me at times. He's not as bad as JBL, thank God. Now that I look back, he's not as bad as JBL, but he has his moments. But this whoever the other commentator is, I forget his name. It's a fan. Everyone's behind him except for the authority figures who are supposed to be faces. Dave Bradshaw's not a fan of him, despite the fact that everyone's cheering for him. Adam Pacitti is the same way, and I'll get to that in a second, actually. So Martin Kirby had Kirby Oki in order to entertain the crowd. He sang lyrics to at least to a theme song or his theme song, I forget which, and the people actually sang. I've even heard, not everyone, but the people actually sang along with Martin Kirby. That was awesome. Martin Kirby has had these people in the palm of his hand. Whether he's a heel or a face, Martin Kirby, he has the people in his hands. He will make the people eat whatever the hell Kirby wants to dish out, and they will like it. Because Kirby is that good, apparently. So after that was the whole Jack the Jobber primate shit and the Henry stuff. We cut back to Kirby Oki, which everyone liked except for Dave Bradshaw. So Dave Bradshaw's a heel, apparently. Then he said, look, I'm gonna take the show hostage. And so what happened was, Pacitti finally came out, basically straight up said, not only are you not getting a title match at Refuse to Lose, you're not getting any match. Pacitti, for his past actions, does not like Martin Kirby, even though Martin Kirby is the babyface now, essentially. So Martin Kirby is like, you know what? Fuck you. He takes a pair of fluffy handcuffs, like something out of a friggin' BDSM porn film, and handcuffs himself to the bottom rope. He handcuffs himself to the bottom rope on the left side of the ring, at least from where the camera angle shows us, the main camera angle. So Pacitti can't get him out. The security guards can't get him out because Martin Kirby put the keys in his tights, and no way anybody's gonna put their hands in his tights. So they couldn't do anything about it. Pacitti would not waver. He went to the back, all pissed off. So next we had a match between El Ligero and Travis Banks. Travis Banks did win the match, but no, I didn't give two by a certain point. Sorry about that. Now they did give us a few minutes of action, like 4 or 5 minutes of action at the end. But by that point, I didn't give a fuck about the match. All I cared about was Martin Kirby. Martin Kirby had a microphone in his hand, and for the first 5 to 8 minutes of the match, he was doing his own live commentary, talking to a fan in the crowd, calling her fine, and made actually a pretty good joke about it. It was that was actually kind of nice. He commentated on the match. He said he got bored twice. He said that he doesn't really like either Travis Banks or Ligero, which makes this even more fun. It was just, and he tripped up both of them during the match. Apparently, the reason why neither was disqualified is because technically Martin Kirby was part of the ring. So they couldn't be disqualified even if they tried to get disqualified by Kirby. That was actually really funny. What else? I forget, honestly. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I didn't give a shit about the match. All except for what happened afterwards, but I'll get to that. So Travis Banks pinned Ligero after inadvertent interference by Martin Kirby. Because here's what happened: Kirby had a water bottle, and he was going to spit water in the face of Travis Banks. Problem is, Banks ducked at the last moment, and he instead hit Ligero. Banks rolled up Ligero for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Banks is your winner. And at one point they did beat up Martin Kirby. At this point in the match, like Kirby got a good kick in on that. Travis Banks got a good kick in on Martin Kirby. Ligero teased hitting him, but decided not to. And I think even Kirby made a comment like, "Hey, look, hey, you speak. Hey, the only reason I record you right now is because you don't speak English, so we're cool at the moment. Only because he doesn't speak English. That's nice." So Adam Pacitti came back out, and after a couple more, like another minute of arguing, finally wavered and allowed Adam Pacitti to. He allowed Martin Kirby to be in the WCPW World Title match at Refuse to Lose. He was pissed. He's like, "I don't care. You get the match. Now get the hell out of my ring, or get the hell out of here." And that's exactly what Kirby did. Went to his pants, pulled out a key, unlocked it, all that shit. Why am I tired? It's not even 7 o'clock yet as I'm recording this. Backstage. Actually, not backstage. Next, we had Alberto El Patron, the former Alberto Del Rio, to come out to the ring and made at the beginning made an impassioned promo about this is what he missed. It's not that he didn't like the money or the big company, but he missed the passion of wrestling. I can completely understand that because looking at his WWE career in the past year, his passion was completely killed off. So Alberto El Patron, he came out, made that speech, cut a slight work shoot, not too bad though. And then Adam Blampied and Big Damo came out and basically they didn't want Alberto to be in the new WCPW Internet Championship match with Ligero. I'd refuse to lose, and they should just put Big Damo in that match instead because of course El Patron didn't do anything to enter the match, and Big Damo was the former WCPW champion. I would agree with that if it wasn't for the fact that he got his ass kicked by Rampage the other week. So, speaking of which, we're going to get to that later. So, Alberto El Patron and Big Damo had a match, and Pacitti came out right before. and announced the match would happen. And he straight up said, "Look, I'm sick of all your shit. If Big Damo wins, he will replace El Patron in the Internet Championship match. If he loses, he is fired." So, and of course, the way they sold the shock before and after the match started and ended was priceless. They had a pretty decent match. They had a good match here. Alberto El Patron won with the cross arm breaker. Damo tapped, and Damo was out. He was out of WCPW, and even Adam Cheedy said straight up, like Vince McMahon style, "You're fired." And then he told Adam Blampier, or maybe it was after, but before, but who cares? He told Adam Blampier that he would allow him to keep his job if he beat Rampage Brown in a street fight at Refuse to Lose. I would actually love to see that, just to see Blampier get his ass kicked. And that was awesome. So we have more matches for Refuse to Lose. A couple of updates on the last night's episode of WCPW. I'll get to that. But this was a pretty darn good episode of WCPW. I can't believe I didn't watch this as soon as it came out, because WCPW is actually gaining steam as a product. It's getting Cody Rhodes at Refuse to Lose, Alberto El Patron, Drew Galloway. It got Aaron Stevens for a little bit there. It's gaining momentum and steam. It got Doug Williams. It gets appearances from major English stars like Marty Scurll and Will Ospreay and Martin Kirby. Underground guys like Joseph Connors, Gabriel Kidd, El Ligero, who I never ever heard of before WCPW. Rampage. It gave me some chances to watch several guys that I never really had a chance to watch that I wanted to. Rampage Brown, Ospreay, Marty Scurll. I did watch them, but not on a consistent basis, like here at WCPW. Big Damo, not that bad. He's actually pretty good. He's actually a pretty good wrestler for his size. You just got to put him with the right guy. So that's it, guys. This was a good show. I'd recommend it. Check it out. Until next time, guys. See you later with last night's WCPW review. Until next time, guys. Peace.